Yo, we live on location. I know that my producers don't like me with my shades on right now, but this my show. Me and the blackest one. We do what we want to do up in here. Ain't that right, Ash? We here Wednesday, 2 p.m. Knuckleheads YouTube live like every Wednesday. It's a beautiful day today, Black. I'm feeling real cool in my shades right now. How you feeling, brother?
Yeah, I see. I'm feeling cool too, man. I just had a chef come in town and cook me up something real good.
Oh boy, you getting chef made meals over there? What you got going on?
Man, he's from the Warriors area, and he came in and cooked up a good 56 pointer for bust your ass of the week. But I love to elaborate when you ready.
Hey, I see you right there, Cowboy. Future so bright, you gotta wear shade. That's why I got these lokes on right now. But we gonna get on into it. We here every Wednesday, 2 p.m. Knuckleheads live on YouTube. Me and the blackest one. Y'all put in your comments, any questions, anything you got. We gonna get to that when we get to that portion of the show. But right now, let's get to that bust your ass segment, Blake. What you got for me? Who you seen out there mixing and putting people in that blender this week that you want to pay a little harm to?
Well, like I was saying, the best chef in the world came to Orlando. Jimmy Butler said that he never had a teammate score 50 that's on his team. Well, you got one now. So,
I hate that this was
Curry,
against the Magic. Let me just interrupt and say that I was watching this. I hated that it was against my Magic, but go ahead.
Well, watching the game, it was a lot of fire on the grill. And Chef Curry came in 56, 4 and 3. He couldn't miss 12 from 18 from the 3-point line. Man, he did his thing, man. The best chef in the world came to Orlando and he cooked up some heat.
Hey, you want to know one of the coolest things? One of the things I did like about this performance and the overall everything of it, at the end, he got to get that 56-point game jersey to Ma Duke. She was right there in the crowd. She was in Orlando on the scene. He took the jersey off right there, said, "Here go Ma Duke." Ain't nobody more important than Ma Dukes in the grand scheme of things.
Sir.
So
yes,
I like that right there.
Shout out to Chef.
All right, man, let me get into my butt show ad for the week. I'm going to go with the big fella. You know what I'm talking about? Big Z. Zion! You know what I'm talking about? That man detonated on them Lakers, Black. I know you seen the facial. I know you seen the FaceTime. Let me take my glasses off because I mean this. That man called. He pulled out his iPhone. He went FaceTime on that man from the Lake. I'm talking about one hand Statue of Liberty, spike on him. But he put 37, 4, and 6 on him, 17 for 23. This is the biggest thing about Zion, bro. Whenever he there, he kills. He kills. Like, it ain't like, he out there and he playing bad. Like, I cannot recall a time that he's healthy and available and he's having bad games. If he's on the court, he busting people ass. Am I right or wrong, Black?
Definitely is.
Okay, man, that's all I want to say. I'm 17 for 23, efficient, strong. Y'all seen he done got goddamn svelte. He got his physique looking right. Man out there like Juggernaut. When he get going, ain't no stopping him, man. Let's move on. Shout out to Zion, though. Keep doing your thing, big dog. Hey, Black, last night, Chef Curry, you just talked about him for, doing what he did in that Fitty burger, but last night, came back against the Knicks, 114-102. They go to graphic, bro. What did you think of last night? How impressed were you by the Warriors and how they looking since getting Jimmy buckets?
Man, ever since they got Jimmy, man, they look like a whole nother team. Jimmy, what he brings to the table is a key element to the Warriors. Man, they look scary. I think they're higher in the rankings now. I think they're gonna be solidified a playoff team. They might get out the play in the way they've been playing these last couple of games. But shout out to the Warriors, man. They turned it around. A big trade like that from Jimmy Butler helps a team get going how they get going, man. Shout out to Jimmy Butler, man. Jimmy Butler always knew his worth, and he always stand on 10 toes down on it from everywhere he done been, and I respect it, man. I'm a Jimmy Butler believer.
What you think of Steph being 12-1 in his career at the Garden? Like
That's crazy.
the man senses the moment. He literally is a walking embodiment of what MJ and what Kobe and all of the greats say. Like when you play in a Garden, you got to get busy. Him being 12-1 and putting up the type of numbers he put up, and then just the accolades, like he broke the all-time record. Like this is what I say. This is why I say, think about how many times I used to always say Steph Curry perfect, right? Like and I don't mean that literally like he's perfect, but I'm saying like think about how many guys go through a career and have things just fall into place like that. Like my man is about to break the all-time 3-point record, right? He's in the Garden, number one. Ray Allen's going to make it to the game, the guy you passing up. Oh, and by the way, the other guy you passing up behind Ray Allen, he's calling the game, Reggie Miller. So not only am I about to do it in the world's most famous arena, I got the two guys I'm passing up, two Hall of Fame historical guys who I look up to and all this stuff. And then I got my dad there, and I get to take all these pictures, get the panel ball, get them to sign. All of these things, like, that don't happen for people, bro. Am I right or wrong? That just don't happen like that.
Yeah,
Well, you get to break records and get all these things and everything fall in line like that. Like Steph the one.
Yeah, Steph have a great career going on.
What you think about Brunson and Anunoby, bro? On the other side, Brunson gave Big Body Brunson had 25. Anunoby had 29. Hey, listen, I felt like Anunoby stepping up, bro. I've been, he had the little injury or whatever. I was worried about him, but like when he right, bro, he a problem. What you think about OG?
OG is a solid player, man. OG, I think they need to probably bring a little bit more packages for him to get him going.
Yeah, like he's a bucket.
When Cat get back, the Knicks have to figure out what's going on with them. Figure out why at the end of the season they kind of lapsing. And I feel like it's like, man, I don't. Sometimes I see Mikal out there, sometimes I don't. They just got to figure it out. They got the talent to do big things, but they just gotta figure it out.
I'm anxious to see how things go when Cat Towns is back fully healthy and they got Mitchell Robinson fully healthy, because we hadn't really gotten a chance to see that. Mitch, the Block Ness monster, been hooping since he got back. And I feel like he was like the missing piece that they needed from losing Hartenstein and not having a real big guy in the middle. And then they got rid of the Jericho Sims. I forget where they sent him to, but he's not there no more. So it's like they don't have a huge presence. To get Mitchell Robinson back after the time he missed, that's going to be a big deal for them. And he's come right back, to his credit. He's come right back, hit the ground running, and started playing well. Brunson got Player of the Week last week. Shall we talk about the other Player of the Week, though? Because Brunson going crazy. This is kind of expected. Big body Brunson, 29.3, 5 rebounds, 6.3 assists. But I don't want to be disrespectful, but I feel like the other Player of the Week was kind of unbelievable and not really expected at this point in his career. You know what? I'm sorry. That's the Player of the Week. I'm talking about LeBron winning Player of the Month. Yeah, LeBron. Let's talk about that. LeBron James winning Player of the Month, Black. What do you think of that? How incredible is that? The first time he won Player of the Month was either 04 or 05. Was it 05?
04.
Okay. So that's his first time winning Player of the Month. And now you look at it, it's 21 years later, this man's still winning the Player of the Month. Is that supposed to happen, or is that just unreal?
No, that's unreal. Like LeBron is doing things that I don't feel like another NBA player is going to accomplish ever again. Man, tip your hat off to him. At 40, he's doing what he's doing to get Player of the Month. He should get some MVP votes this year. Like real talk, how he's playing, how he's carried that team. They're the second seed now. Like, man, him and JJ Redick, their podcast team, is over there showing out with the Lakers, man. So shout out to him.
Yeah, JJ doing his thing. Let me ask you this, Black. Do you agree with this? This is something that I've been pondering on with him, because like we old, we retired, we know what it is. Do you agree that what he's dealing with now is like, for playing in 21, 22 years, like he's in that space where all us old dudes at, like all us old retired players sit back and we get together and we talk about, damn, if we knew then what we know now, we would do this, we would do that, we would do A, B, C. Like he's legitimately living the I do know now what I wish I knew then. And to the caveat with that is that he's still like by the way he's taking care of his body and he's been able to stay in shape, he's still a top level athlete in the NBA, still dunking on people, still doing incredible things with his athleticism. So he has the advantage of knowing now what people wish they knew then, but he still has the ability in his body. He still has the health. He still has the top tier athleticism, and he's more athletic than some 3-4 year guys in the league. And it's like, so he's still able to dominate and use those tools as far as like knowing now what I didn't know then and still being dominant. How much do you think that factors into what he's able to do on a daily basis, Black? Because we know how we feel like we so knowledgeable and smart now, but we can't move you bone on bone. I'm old, I can't move and shit no more. Like we can't do what he can do with it. What you think about that?
Yeah, I definitely agree. He's his experience, he's been seen, done, heard, played everything
Basically
that's
everything.
in the league. His experience is probably, I want to say, top three, probably even one of the experience he done had over his career. So you can really see it in his game how just smart, how good his IQ is just over other players. He kind of outthink them all the time, and he's playing that way.
Tell me this: do you like the stretch that the Lakers are on? They 8-2 in the last 10. They done moved up to number 2. You see the coaching is of that level. They doing their thing. The players are stepping up. LeBron and Luka obviously are LeBron and Luka. Do they got a chance to win it all, bro? Can they surprise the West and come out of the West and be in an NBA Finals?
I don't think so. You know, I
You
love what
don't?
I love what
You
they doing.
don't?
I love what they doing. I think they playing great. Uh, I love what JJ has implemented. I feel like they're a good team, but I feel like it's a lot of teams that can still beat them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The West is just a toss up. There's no disrespect to them. Like I still feel like it's teams that can beat OKC, even though they're the number 1 seed. So it's
Yeah.
not like I'm dissing the Lakers. I just don't feel like this is the team that goes to the finals and have a chance to win it. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I feel like after this season, when they add another player, that's the team that we're gonna see. I think next year this is a year they build off of it, in which they're doing a great job. To be second in the West, to the way they started, to the way they're at now, it's a toss up. Like, you know, see the Warriors are coming right now. It's a bunch of teams that's kind of getting their swag in right now. But I just don't feel like this is the team to really go to the finals and have a chance to win it. I feel like
I'm
probably next year when they make another move, that's gonna be it.
I'm gonna say this. I can't just confidently just say it's gonna be the Lakers, especially because I got a lot of respect for OKC and I got a lot of respect for Denver. I can't just say that it's gonna be the Lakers, but I will not be surprised if they do. If they knock them somebody off and they get to the final, like because I feel like between the coaching and between Luka and LeBron and the way they playing and the way they able to, the other guys are elevating because we giving a lot of credit to those two, LeBron and Luka and the coaching staff, but like the rest of them guys, like they need their credit too. They've been hustling and playing their ass off and buying into the new schemes and what's being asked of them, and the games don't go the way they went without everybody buying in and going hard like that. So that's why I can't say that they will or they won't, but I will not be surprised if they do, man. They've risen to that level for me that I'm looking at them like, boy, LeBron and Luka in a series together, that's a tough out. I don't care who else they got. I
Most
get it, but
definitely.
that's a tough out.
Most definitely. You know what I'm saying? I definitely agree. I just feel like that West is so dirty that, man, anything can happen. Anything can happen when you get in that position where shit, it's nothing else you can do. Shit, it's nothing else you can do.
So last night you had the Suns. Suns came back, bro. Came back, got a big time win against. Our clip was on. I know you feel bad about that,
Yeah.
but Suns looked real bad in the first half. You know what I'm saying? Stan was on them about their defense. Shout out SVG. He was calling the game. That's my coach. That's my dog. He know basketball inside out. He was right. He was on them talking about their defense. Did you see KD and Coach Budenholzer get into it? And did you see KD's thoughts on after the game about it?
Yes, I did.
What was your thoughts on that? I have thoughts too. I'll share.
You know, like when you competitive and you're in the moment, sometimes you yell, sometimes you get mad. Like KD said, when it's two competitive guys, like the ultimate goal is you want to win. Like I might not agree with what you want to do and the way you want to do it, and you might not agree with what I want to do and way
Right.
I want to do it. But that's don't take from the ultimate goal of us winning. I'm glad, which I hate they won the game, but I'm glad they won the game so it can really just be done with it, because I feel like the media would have ran like Forrest Gump with it.
If they lost, huh?
I hate when, you know, like in moments like that, I hate when a coach, that's like sonning me when you grab me by my arm. I grab my son by his arm when he a little kid. And shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I really don't like that. But I don't feel like the coach meant no harm by it. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
I'm glad they won the game so they can so the media and everybody can just move on from that. Like KD said, it's two competitive guys that's going. I feel like they kind of feeding off the trade rumors of KD more than they actually feeding off the moment. Oh, you see that they don't like each other and all that.
Nah, this is my thing, bro. Like people, you gotta be real with yourself. What happened between KD and Coach Bud happens every other game, if not every game, or every practice or anything. Like maybe not the whole him grabbing him, but like the interaction. Like I use myself as an example, bro. Like I felt like every coach I played for, from Alvin Gentry to D'Antoni to Coach Larry Brown to Isaiah Thomas to Eric Spoelstra to Stan Van Gundy, all great coaches, Black, right? Literally, all considered great coaches, did their thing in the league. I can literally go to literally at least one, but probably multiple times with each of them coaches where I had a situation like that. Now, they didn't grab me, but I'm talking about really, you done been in the locker room where a motherfucker going at it with the coach, and like, I didn't have that with every single coach I've ever played for. You know me personally. I'm wired like that. So I'm gonna say something. To the credit, what the average fan don't understand about how often this happens is that those things happen when you have a coach who's fiery and when you have a player who's fiery. Now, the only time it's okay is as long as everybody complaining and bitching about the right things. You see what I'm saying? Like I never got like suspended or treated wrong because I was always going about the right thing when I was doing that. So Spo and Coach Brown, those guys respected where I was coming from because it wasn't from a selfish place or from a place that's going to disorganize or fuck up the team. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a difference. Like that's what I felt like KD was speaking to when he was on the press conference saying like, yo, like y'all don't understand. It's easy for you to run this narrative, but like these type of heightened discussions happened all the time when you're dealing with pro athletes and coaches and it's high stakes on the line. They wasn't performing well. This is a nationally televised game. They got this short stretch to go run and try and make the playoffs. So yeah, tempers run hot. That don't mean that I don't like this person or respect this person. It just means that I acted in a certain way in a certain moment. Let's leave it at that and not judge it as more than it really is.
Yeah, I think that's gonna have something to do with it too. Of like, man, the Suns are in a crucial moment in the season right now. You know what I'm saying? They're out the playoffs by a couple of games. Every game counting from here on out. Like tensions is high. Like tensions ain't just high for the players and the coaches that's playing on the court, but tensions is high for the bench players. You never know when a guy got to come off the bench and just step up because somebody else is not producing. Like, so tensions is high in Phoenix, and it's no disrespect to nobody. I don't think they have problems to the point like that, but yeah, like shit is emotional right now, and you know, we so quick to jump and run and say it's this and say it's that, and that's just not the case. It's all about women. I think Bud and KD personality is not even like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially
Mm-hmm.
not in front of no camera. He don't get down like that.
Yeah. We
So
ain't seen that from him a lot.
yeah, like so that's not him. Shit, he want to get his point off, and coach want to get his point off. But that's what goes on when you have two competitive people that's on a team, and KD is the leader on that team. He's one of the leaders on that team, and Coach Bud is a leader on that team. So sometimes you bump
Yes.
heads, and it's okay. It's sometimes bumping head is good. You know what I'm saying? You never know. That moment might change the whole dynamic of what's going to go on for the rest of these games. So
Yeah.
everybody just chill out, man. Shout out to Bud and shout out to KD.
And shout out to the Suns for getting the W throughout all of it. You know, that's the most important
Yeah.
thing. We're going to move on along, though, man. I hate to talk about this. This thing just turn injuries off like we was on 2K. We got to talk about Kyrie tearing his ACL, man, out for the year, done for the season. He was on track to be 50, 40, 90 to, he had taken possession like basically of the lead, got a team with Luka going to LA, obviously. And he was carrying the mantle, bro. He was averaging like 40-some minutes almost and like averaging the most in the league. 39, actually. 39.1 minutes since the Luka trade, most in the league. And he was trying to be that guy, doing everything right, man. I think this was a great rebuilding year for him and how people looked at him because he didn't do anything to cause any attention to himself. As far as other than hooping and going crazy on the court. And he was having a great year, man. I hate to see this happen for him. You saw him go out there and shoot the free throws, make the free throws with tears going down from his eyes, saying "Thank you, God." And then just see him today, on the Instagram live, just talking about, how he's looking at everything. He's got this positive outlook. He wants to rise like a phoenix and come back, and that he's just grateful for everything he has going on. I commend him for the growth he's had as a person and where he is personally with everything he's got going on. And I just wish for him a speedy recovery, man. I hate that he got hurt. I wish he was still, I wish it was just a regular little knee injury where he's going to be back in a couple games or so. Because I felt like he was really going to do something special this year if they got a chance to get healthy. And I'm still even looking forward to it for next year whenever he gets to come back. But right now, Dallas is just in complete turmoil, bro. Like, this couldn't have come at a worse time, a worse situation with everything going on. When you just look at the totality of it, my heart goes out to Nico Harrison, somebody who we know. We came in the league around the same time he joined Dallas and got in. Well, not Dallas, joined Nike and got into the game. And we watched him grow at Dallas. And we actually, in Nike, we all grew up together, basically. We all around the same age, and we've known him the whole time. And I hate that he's getting the brunt of everything when we all know that a move like trading Luka Doncic, that's not just a general manager move. That's not just a president move. That's an entire organizational decision to be made from the highest of the high. So it's like for him to get threats and not feel safe and at home and stuff like that. And I can only imagine how much worse it's gotten since Kyrie's going down and things like that. I just pray for the best for Nico and the Dallas, the whole organization and the fan base and everything. And I pray for that they have understanding and don't really just single out, Nico, and he takes the brunt of everything, because we all know from being in the NBA Black that it's more than just his decision. That's a whole organizational decision, especially about a generational talent like Luka. No one person can make that decision unless you like at the very absolute top, and we know Nico isn't. So I hope he doesn't continue to get just done the way he's been getting done, because it wasn't his total decision. And now it looks like it's going to be worse because this year is kind of a wash. Don't know if AD will or won't play. What's your thoughts on the whole Dallas scenario right now, Black? Because it's like worst case scenario at this point.
Boy, you crazy.
I'm being real.
Kyrie, it's sad to see how Kyrie went down. He put a lot on his shoulders. Luka wasn't playing a lot beginning of the season. Saying he carried the weight all year, playing the most minutes, all that stuff. He's a free agent this year at the end of the season. I definitely feel like he should get rewarded and be paid, because if anybody can come back from that injury, it's definitely him.
And it was only the ACL. He had nothing else. So that was the big thing, too. It was literally no other ligaments, no other damage, no other things. So it was singularly the ACL. So that makes it a little bit easier to rehab.
Yeah. That damn, you just threw me all the way off. Whatever I was talking about. Yeah, Kyrie. I hope he like I said, I feel like he should get paid. If anybody can come back from that injury, is him. My personal opinion, I think Dallas should just shut it all the way down. I think AD shouldn't come back. I think they should just get healthy. I think this is a year that is kind of giving you the signs of like, yeah, let's just get everybody healthy. Let some of these young guys get some experience and play. They're in the 9th spot right now, I think. And
there go your answer, Rod Smith. Rod Smith was just asking us, should the Mavericks shut down AD for the rest of the season, or should they trade him? You giving them the answer right now.
Yeah, bro, you keep on jumping in. I forgot what the fuck I was going to say, but go ahead.
Oh, I threw your train thought. Let's look at look. I'm with you on that. I feel like as far as AD, just shut it down. It's gonna be a listen. The rest of this season, y'all just gonna have to take on the chin. Like we're gonna have to just man up and like just get ready. It's like a slap. It's like the little slap fights. You gotta take that slap and just get ready for your neck because like y'all about to get slapped around this year, man. There's no way around it. If I'm them, I would. I don't want to say that, but I would shut AD down just because of his history. We don't want to add to what we got going on with Kyrie by strolling him out here trying to have him play just to show face, and then something worse happened to him to where we compound the Kyrie injury with a more permanent injury with AD. I would just shut him down, get Lively, shut Lively down. We not bringing him back. He got a foot or ankle or whatever. We not bringing him back. We gonna shut Lively, AD, Kyrie. They done. And then we just gonna retool, man. Let everybody else get right, hoop, whatever. And then we gonna try and get a good draft pick, see what the offseason bring some more pieces in. Because as they are constructed right now, if everybody was healthy, Black, they are a championship contending team with the full complement of what they have. We have to respect that and know that, even though everything is like at the bottom of the bottom right now. But their team is a good team as constructed. They got all the pieces. They got depth at every position. They got big guys. They got box office in Kyrie, box office in AD. And then you got great complementary players. And Dinwiddie, Clay, you know what I'm saying, Hardy, Marshall. You got a lot of guys that can help. Caleb Martin, and then you got the big guys. So I think you just shut things down, try and compartmentalize this year, and you're going to have to deal with the offseason and the noise you're going to have to deal with it. It's not going to be polite, but that's what it is. Those are the chips and the cards you dealt right now. But you got to move on and make the right plan. I don't think sending AD out there with his injury history to play these last 20 games is going to do nothing but make things possibly worse if he gets a different type of injury. So we can move on, man. Show that Western standing graphic. We need to see that. You know, the Thunder smacked around the Rockets a few nights ago. Like, look at the Lakers, bro. That is impressive. The Clippers were in front of the Lakers not too long ago, and absolutely the Nuggets, Grizzlies, Rockets were all in front of the Lakers. Lakers looking scary hours right now, D. I'm just saying. Just saying. And like the best part, Luka just hitting his stride. He's starting to hit consecutive 30s, Black.
Every game count in the West right now. You know, from 2 on down, every game count. I think that spot probably eventually gonna be switched. Mavericks gonna probably be out. Probably have the Suns in there. Shout out to the Kings. We said the Kings weren't gonna make it, man. The Kings look like they're gonna stick in there.
Doug Christie holding it down. POP.
I think this is going to be the playoff standing. A couple of teams might get mixed around, but I think take the Mavs out, add the Suns, them will be the 10 teams that get an opportunity to go to the finals.
So tell me this, Black, outside of clearly the Thunder. Clearly the Thunder are a contender. Who is your next biggest contender after them? Is it the Lakers, the Nuggets, the Grizzlies, the Rockets, the Warriors? Who do you got threatening the most of the Thunder? to go to the final? Who could knock the Thunder off, basically?
I think the Nuggets can knock them off. I think the Lakers got a good chance. I would love to see them play against Golden State. I think that's a great matchup. I think them and the Timberwolves is a great matchup too.
No Grizzlies or Rockets love. They ain't got no chance.
Yeah, Grizzlies finna be my last pick. But I think the Thunder definitely can beat the Rockets, the Kings, the Clippers. And if the Suns don't get it together, the Suns too.
Let me ask you this, Black. Do you feel like that and we understand, before I say this, we understand a lot of this stuff was by his own doing and some of his own actions and some of the things that he was involved in. Do you think Ja Morant is kind of being like forgot about a little bit in this whole situation? Of like when you talk about the stars, like he obviously he missed a lot of last year, then he was injured this year. Do you think those injuries and him missing time hasn't been an all-star in the last 2 years? And he was up in the conversation for face of the league and blah blah blah. But like, do you think because of the last 2 years, his reputation has taken a hit and we've kind of like forgotten about him in a way? And I mean, obviously you can't forget about him, but I'm talking about just when you start talking about all these players and everything, he's not as mentioned as he once was. Do you think he's looking at that like, oh nah, I gotta remind y'all, I gotta show y'all what's up? How you feel about that?
No, I don't think he forgot about being forgot about, but he's actually really missed 2 years. You know, it takes a while to kind of get back to the level that you were. I think really the biggest thing is Jaren Jackson has stepped up and stepped his game up.
Yeah, he been going crazy.
That got them to where they at. So I don't really think it's that. I think he's really just getting his feet wet. You know, he's missing 2 years. Whether you heard
that's
or not,
a lot.
That's a lot of not playing basketball on that level. Like it's just missing the seasons. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't know that unless you played in the league. But you miss a season, whether you hurt or not, whether you got suspended. It takes a minute to kind of get back on. So I don't think it's that. I think a player on his team just stepped up tremendously. You know what I'm saying? That guy looking like he's gonna probably be defensive player of the year and he's gonna be up for the Supermax.
Activate that Supermax, roll that Brinks truck up. I'll take Cold Pepper celebration. Bring that Brinks truck, baby. Beep, beep, beep. That's crazy right there. I love it though. Moving on, bro. The Kings. We talk about the Sacramento Kings. Doug Christie got them playing well. They done moved up to the 8th seed, 7-3 in the last 10. Zach LaVine won the Player of the Week. He been hooping. They got a big game against Denver tonight. Like, what you think about Zach since getting out of Chicago, joining DeMar DeRozan, who left him from Chicago, and they get to team up again? But like Zach then found his range, man. That boy, he a big time bucket. What do you think about Zach finding his rhythm out there in Sac? Do they got a chance to be cemented in that play-in and have a chance to make the playoffs?
Yeah, like I say, I think they're in. I definitely think they're in the play-in. Zach, I always like that him and DeMar combination. I think he fit perfectly in there, and he's just doing what I expected him to do. Like he got a better team around him than he had with the Bulls, and I think he's doing well.
Okay, I dig it. Let's look at the West standings real quick. No, the East standings. Well, West and East. Let's go to both of them. East right there. Hey, listen, out of all of this, you want to know who I'm most impressed with, Black?
Ooh.
Them Detroit Pistons, bro. Could you imagine? Think about this. Could you imagine if the Pistons played the Cavs in the first round and JB coaching against his old team last year that he just coached last year? That would be something serious, Black.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be
interested to see that. I mean, obviously, Cavs are 51-10. You think? I mean, how you just gonna say that though?
Yeah,
just gonna say that though? They 45-minute flight away from each other, bro. Both fans gonna be in both buildings. They driving in, they flying to that game. It's gonna be
I
crazy.
don't think the Pistons are going to be the AC. I just don't think the Pistons going to be the AC.
Yeah, they won't be the eighth seed, but I'm saying
So
if they played in a if they played in a series, you don't think it ain't nothing off? They can't do nothing with it?
No, I think the Cavs going to beat their ass.
Ooh, see what Motorcade got to say about that. Okay.
Yeah, I think the Cavs
Mad
going to
at
beat
you.
them.
I feel you.
But let me ask you this though. What is it about the Magic that's going wrong? Because the Magic
Injuries,
just
bro.
lost.
Injuries.
No, it's not just injuries. Like the Magic just lost 3 buzzer beaters from 3 different teams, like the last 3 out of 4 games. And it's not just injuries because they got their 2 main guys back. One of the things I'll tell you my opinion first. I feel like they don't have the identity of what they supposed to do to me like they had last year. Like last year, they knew who's the man. Everybody played their role. Everybody played collectively. This year, it's like they're not playing collectively. They're not letting Pablo. It's like they're not letting Pablo lead. They're not letting Franz lead. Everybody feel like they're better than what is presented. And I don't know if that's because Paolo and Franz got injured and guys had to step up and they don't know how to step back into their role or what it is. But I feel like what's tainting them and what's slowing them down is just like they don't know their identity like they knew it last year.
So my take on that is basically from what we talking about, Black. The lack of guys being available because of injuries and them having the continuity that they had, that was one of the things that made them as good as they were. They had identity, which was defense, and they had continuity from a couple of years of guys being in positions and knowing and learning under those positions what's expected from them. What's happened this year and this year mostly is that you start the season off, the go-to guy, Paolo, is so now this guy got to step up. Then this guy got to step up. Then Franz goes down. Same thing happens. When guys got to step up and fill those roles, and then those guys come back and they've had little time because guys are still being in and out of the lineup as these guys come back. You know what I'm saying? As Paolo come back, as Franz come back, you guys still coming in and out of the lineup. And guys that are supposed, this is your role, that's your role. They getting pushed into different roles. And this guy who did this well, like Jalen Suggs was the best defender on the team. He was first team all defense. He's been unavailable to a huge chunk of the season. That affects them because now you have somebody else who got to next man up got to step up. Nobody can do what he did. Nobody can't be first team all defense and guard all of them positions and different guys that he guarded and solve a lot of the issues that he solved. When Paolo was out that whole time, that's your phenom. Franz did a hell of a job, but he's not the same thing as Paolo. And Franz goes down. Jalen Suggs, offensively, he tried to step up and be what those two guys were. And he was getting 30s and going crazy, but he still wasn't Paolo or Franz. So now, like you say, in hindsight, now these guys start to come back, but you got all these guys that's been playing and doing different and being asked to do different things. This is a young team, Black. It's not that easy for everything to just swing back into the regular normal floor thing. So that's what I see on a daily basis they dealing with. And even still today, they still got guys in and out of the lineup. Cole Anthony didn't play last night. You know what I'm saying? Like this has been a crazy injury-plagued season for them. I just want them to get healthy, finish out strong, try and do whatever they do in this playoff run, and whether they be in a play-in or in it or not, do what you could do, and then go into the offseason and get healthy, and then regain what we had, because what we had is not there anymore. The one thing that you could rely on, like you said, Black, the Magic had a defensive personality and a defensive identity. No matter who's here or what's happening, you're about to get hell. You about to show up and you're going to have to put your hard hat on. And that hasn't been the case because the numbers have been so depleted and things haven't been consistent that now you seeing us getting blown out here and blown out there. And that was the one thing that I never had to watch. When I do games for the Magic, never really had to worry about a blow. Well, not never, but I'm talking about in the recent last 2 years. We hadn't had to worry about these big lopsided blowouts and stuff like that because our team didn't. We come in to play hard, and you know that you're going to have a game. That's part of our identity in Orlando, that you are bringing your hard hat. You're not coming to have a fun time and celebrate and go to Disney. No, you got to work tonight. And that hasn't been the case this season. And I think that's what we really need to get back to. And I think they will once they get guys healthy. Because Coach Mosley does a great job, but you can only do so much with what you got. You know what I'm saying? We all know that. And that's what they've been dealing with. They got dealt with the craziest injury. Mo Wagner, who I feel like is that guy. He's the energy guy. He's a heart and soul guy. He's done. He's not coming back this season. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we lose a lot with that. We lost a lot when Paolo was out. We lost a lot when Franz was out. Now Jalen Suggs just had a surgery. I don't think he's going to be back.
Bro, the Magic, you can't talk that long on the Magic. The Magic, like cut it short. Like, we understand. You going in on that. I know you passionate, but like, no.
This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do for you. Because you be acting like you don't reside in City Beautiful and carry on.
I'm with it.
You be having some love, but then you be having some love backhanded comment like that one right there. Like, we can't talk about the Magic that long. Like, what you mean?
On a whole rant. Like, no. No, they not at the top. I got to understand that was the Cavs, the Celtics or something, but god damn, they in the 8th spot. It's not that much.
I'm about how to go David Ruffin on him. He acting like he the leader of the band again, y'all. Okay, moving on now. We're going to go ahead and move on from the Magic since David Ruffin said so. You want to talk about the Cavs? You played with Cleveland. That's one of your former teams. They're on an 11-game winning streak. You know what I'm saying? They balling. Go ahead, D-Miles. Talk about the Cavs. They starting 5 in the grab. 51-10. First in the East. First in the league. For real. What you going to say about the Cavs? Your old team.
Shout out to the Cavs, man. Shout out to the coach, man. They've been playing
Kenny Atkinson. Shout out Kenny Atkinson.
Bro, you tripping. They've been playing great. They just went and got a big-time win from the defending champs in Boston the other night, where they had to come back and get a win, but they just been playing great, man. I just hope it turned over into the playoffs. I definitely think they're gonna be a contender, and I'm excited to see what they do in the playoffs because you can do that shit in the regular season. We seen OKC do it last year, and they got put out the second round. So it's all about the playoffs after that. 10 like you up in there, you got 10 losses with probably 10 more games or a couple of more games, 15 more games to go, man, you're in the history book. You're top 5, top 10 record in the regular season ever. You know what I'm saying? If you stay at 10 or you lose 2 more. So shout out to them, man. They had a great season.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Does Donovan get his just due? Does he get, you know what I'm saying, the full credit he needs to get for how he out there doing and hooping for them?
I think he does deserve it, but just how people talk is something about Donovan that they don't respect. You know what I'm saying? They don't give him the proper
I think he deserves more credit too. I'm with you on that. I feel like
shout out Donovan. Donovan been doing this shit since he stepped in the league. And
for a minute, like the consistency is why I'm wondering where the questions is at, because he been consistent. And like when you look at him, bro, like Donovan not like a 6'6", 6'7" dude. He's like, for what he does, I feel like he's jumping over what he should be doing. Like he's getting more out of what he got. Like he's a 6'3", 6'4" guard that play bigger than that, and he mean so much to his squad. Like, I mean, obviously you got Darius Garland and Evan Mobley as all-stars as well this year, and them boys is big time. Jared Allen is big time too. But I just feel like Spider don't get the exact credit he need, man. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like because he's in Cleveland. But like, come on, man, he on the number 1 team in the league by a long shot. You know what I'm saying? And like wire to wire, balling out. And it's like, yeah, he get his respect, but not really. We talk about a lot of other people more than him. I feel like Donovan's special, but he don't get his full just due. But that's just what it is.
Oh, you put the shades back on? Okay.
Yeah, when you start talking crazy about my Magic, I had to get City Beautiful on you. The sun shining, man. Let's go back to another team that you used to play for, blacker than me. The Portland Trailblazers. They
Yeah.
10th seed in the West, bro. They out here trying to make a, you know what I'm saying, trying to make that play in and have a chance. They've been hooping. Got to shout out Chauncey Big Shot Billups. He got them boys looking like it regulars. They got an identity. They didn't figure it out, and they playing well. What you think of them, Black?
I think they definitely playing well. They playing better than they previous been playing, but I just think that the Suns is going to get that last spot. I got the Suns getting that
I'm
last
with you.
spot. Nothing against the Blazers, man. Continue to play hard, continue to build. But I think the Suns is going to pull off that last spot.
Yeah, man. Special shout out to DeAndre Ayton dominating when you getting 20 and 10 and 20 and 15s and 20 and 20s, like you can be dominating. I'm with you on that. And hey, I wish y'all the best. My man David Dennis had this same take. He thought that the Trailblazers might make it over the Suns. I do not agree. I feel like the Suns will somehow find a way to get it done, and they will make it over to Portland. But listen, I got a lot of respect. You know what I'm saying? Big shot, Phillips. That's our big dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for him stepping into the coaching ranks. He doing his thing. He got them looking like it, and I'm happy for him, man, and their success. But I still feel like Phoenix got the better team and a more solid team, and they're gonna make that play in over them. Hey, man, it's time to get to these fan questions, Black. Fan question time. Put it on the board. Yes. Cowboy. D and Miles. I don't know if he went Q and Miles, but he say D and Miles. What's one of the reasons why the Hornets can't build around Ball? You want to go first, Black? Go ahead.
I heard this and I kind of agree. I feel like Melo is a great player. I feel like he has to tweak a little bit of that. He need to be a more of a game manager. Uh, yeah, I think he need to be a
When you
more
say
of a.
that, what you mean?
I just
Oh,
think he
he needs
need.
to be more of a game manager.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
okay,
needs
okay.
to be more of a game manager, man. Time, possession. He needs to look at a lot of Chris Paul tapes and all that stuff. Like I love the way he play. I love what he do and what he brings to the table. But I think he need to be the point guard and do what he needs to do of getting people involved and plus making shots and doing everything he's supposed to do. He needs to learn how to manage the game. You know what I'm saying? And I think he'll be okay. I think it's really not the team really around him. He got decent talent around here. He definitely can use some more. Everybody can use some more talent. But I think with Melo, he needs to change. He needs to tweak his game a little bit more on managing the games better.
My answer to this question: why the Hornets can't? I feel like the Hornets can build around Lonzo Ball. Number one, but number two, speaking on what you said, Black, I feel like, and this is no disrespect to the coach they have, but you know how it is, Black. Sometimes you need for your star player to have somebody that they respect and they revere, and they gonna listen to. Being that they coach is so young and so new, I don't know that he gains and garners that respect from LaMelo Ball, even though whoever it is, your coach should get that respect. But I'm just saying, being truthful, like, I don't know. I feel like he has the total package. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he can do everything on the court. He can do everything on PG. He's 6'8", 6'7", however tall he is. He's a superstar in this league. Like, the fans voted him as a starter in the All-Star game, even though he didn't make it. The fans, like, he has that type of allure. The fans are attracted to him. They attracted the way he plays the game and his, like, you know, his star power to it. So I feel like if he had that coach that could really resonate with him and really get him to listen and do what he's trying to get him to do, that could be a big change for him, because I feel like he has all the talent. He has all the skill and abilities to do whatever you need him to do on the court. I just feel like he needs the right person to be able to unlock that and guide him to do those things. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about Melo. That's what I think when I see him. He box office. He big time. He out there doing everything you want a point guard to do, from buckets to highlights to everything. He can do it all. But I feel like he needs some guidance from an OG / a coach type situation to make him really unlock his special powers. Next caller, BD. With all the injuries, Luka trade, and ownership increasing, that was crazy. Ownership increasing ticket pricing. Is this the biggest downfall for a franchise y'all have ever seen in a season for my Mavs? Cowboys don't make it in no. Yeah, if you living in Dallas, you having a tough run right now. Especially like I can't speak about baseball or none of the other sports, but basketball and football, which are my two favorite sports. If you in Dallas, yeah, damn dog. Hey, I just feel pretty bad for y'all right now. What you think, Black?
First of all, fuck them Cowboys. Don't nobody like the Cowboys.
And that's right. No, I'm happy about the Cowboys misery. I got a Chicago Bears tattoo on me, so I'm extremely ecstatic about the Cowboys failure. But let's talk about the rest of it.
Yeah, but Dallas, this is a part of the game. You know what I'm saying? This is a part of the game, man. We watched LeBron, they'll make it all the way to the finals, and he lose Kevin Love and Kyrie in the finals. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's part of the game. We watched James Harden and Kyrie go down when KD them they had a chance to win it. So it's just part of the game. We hate to have it, like you said earlier. We wish we can turn the injuries off, but we can't. This is part of the game, so we understand it. But it's the biggest decision of what they're going to do now, and one of the hardest decisions is to shut it all down. You know what I'm saying? And just charge this season to the game to see if they can come back healthy.
Yeah, that's tough right there. Dwayne the second. If you're OKC, would you trade for KD? Also, if you're the Sixers, would you trade MB to try to get a top 5 pick and just start the rebuild? What say you, Black?
I would trade for KD if there was an opportunity for me to get KD, because I feel like OKC got so much value. They got so many picks. They got so many solid players where they wouldn't have to trade a lot to just get KD, and they can still kind of keep their core team in place. I think that would be dope for Shea and for Chet, you know what I'm saying, and Williams to get that involved. Embiid, if they trade Embiid, they're finna go all the way back to where they started when they first got Embiid.
The process. Back to the process. They in a new process.
So, like you might as well continue the process, but I wouldn't trade Embiid. And I feel like OKC got enough, and OKC can just give out draft picks and probably get KD. You know what I'm saying? They really don't have to get they don't have to lose Williams, don't have to lose Shea or Chet, and they can get KD. So that's scary. But
if I'm OKC, I only, like you said, I agree with you. They could trade picks and this, that, and third and do very minimal. Only way I'm trading for KD is if I talk to him and I know he want to come. He don't want to come, I'm not doing it. It's dead if he don't want to come. If he wants to do it and I'm OKC and I can make it minimal where I don't have to lose none of my key guys and I could get rid of some of these because they got an abundance of picks and things like that. If I can get rid of picks and some lower level, lower tier players that's not going to crush my team when he comes, then I would do it if he's down to do it. But only way I'm doing it is if I know that this is something that KD is bought into. If KD's not bought into it, we don't want no parts of it because it's not going to matter. It's not going to be good for your team. It's not going to be good for the situation if he's not bought into it. We see and we've known that. So that's the only way I look at that. Trading Embiid, no. You back to the process. Next question. Rob Dub TV. Question, is Dyson Daniels the new front runner for Defensive Player of the Year since Wemby is out for the year? I'll go first on this, Black. No, he is not. Although I love who Dyson Daniels has become since getting traded from the Pelicans to the Hawks. He's been big time. He's been a lockdown, been getting crazy steals. His numbers is crazy. But the new front runner after Wemby would be, like D said earlier, Jaren Jackson Jr., and he's about to get that beep, beep, beep. This award is going to activate that Supermax for him. So, hey, that's what it is, and I salute you for getting that because that Supermax ain't no game, baby. What you think, Black?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Dyson, man. That's still at the end of the game. Kick ahead to LeVert for the game.
Euro step game.
That was dope, but I don't think he's front runner after Wemby. I think Jared Jackson there, but I definitely think he deserved to be first team all defense.
Oh no, that's a fact. He's definitely first team all defense. With the work he didn't put in, he's first team all defense. So we could go with that, but not DPOY. Next caller. Montar, what's up, homeboy? This one, this a regular up here. He give questions. He be on the show every time. So salute to you, Joel or Joel, whichever way it go. We don't want to be disrespectful. Do you guys think Cade Cunningham can play himself into the All-NBA second team if he can potentially lead Detroit to a 4th or 5th seed? He might beat out Garland, Brunson, Steph, Ant-Man. I don't really know about what team. He's an All-NBA player to me. Whether it's third, second, or first, that's a big-time accomplishment from last year not being, because of their record, not being able to make anything. To me, as long as he's All-NBA, that's a huge step for him. Then he could work on being second or first team, because just getting them to the point to where they've won the games is what allows him to even be able to be mentioned for All-NBA. So I'm happy for the Detroit Pistons, and I'm extremely happy for Cade Cunningham for putting themselves in that situation to even garner some real attention and some real accolades.
Yeah, I think he definitely should make one of them teams. If I had to say top 15, he definitely played top 15 ball this year. So second, I don't know. I don't know what team he should make, but it definitely probably should be second or third team.
Yeah, that's what I say. I'm not, saying nothing big and badder than that, but he's doing his thing and he deserves it. So,
Yeah.
I like that. Next caller. This a podcast. This a regular too. We rock with you, my man. D Miles, do you still keep up with any of your teammates from East St. Louis 25 years later? What's your relationship like with Phil Gill, E. White, call on Tyrone Silas, and such? They took you back now. What's
Yeah.
up? This high school. What's up, Black? What's up?
Yeah. I don't keep in touch with E. White, with Ed. But I seen he got a nice family and all that stuff. I don't really keep up with Tyrone as much. See he's doing this thing. But me and Phil talk all the time. Like we talk at least once a month, once every other month. He's doing this thing down there in Madison High School. He's the AD plus the coach. But
Hey.
I keep up with a few of the guys. I talk to Peebo. I talk to Carlos Moore. Talk to Tag. I talk to a bunch of guys still from the crib.
Okay, respect. We appreciate that question. Next caller. Or is that it? We might be it. That's it. All right, Black. Like, hold up. Because now we gotta go to the stat of the you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. We got the real life stat of the day. Last night, you had the Cavs become the 4th team in NBA history to have 3 separate win streaks of 11-plus games in the same season. Other teams were the 99, 2000 Lakers and the 06, 07 Mavs, and then the 17, 18 Rockets. That's big shit right there.
Yeah, that's big time.
Yeah, that's balling right there. You got to give them their credit. They've been leading. People been asking, are they serious? Are they real? They wire to wire with it right now, bro. At some point, you got to sit there and say, all right, we respect y'all. This is kind of like what we went through in 04, 05. I know you don't really can't connect to this, Black. Y'all ain't never led the league in the records and stuff. This is what we dealt with. They was telling us you can't win, you can't do this, you can't do that. Now, we didn't win. We didn't win the championship. You feel me? We lost in the Western Finals. That's okay. But I'm saying, like, we got to salute the Cavs and what they doing, man. We got to give them they just doing their credit.
Yeah, we definitely do. That's an amazing list to be on. They've been playing great basketball, but this is what, when you want to be a champion, be considered a championship contender, this is the stuff that you got to do and put down, man. Shout out to the Cavs. And one thing I love about the Cavs, they're not a traditional. They're not. Well, I don't want to say traditional. They're not like put together like all the other teams. They have 2 legit big men. They have a center. They have a power forward.
Yeah.
Like
Old school style.
Yeah, they put together old school style for them to be doing this and how they put together, how they structure, man, I think is dope. A lot of teams, this is a copycat league, so a lot of teams just kind of threw this away. It's a lot of small forwards that's playing power forward now with a center. Some of the power forwards are playing center now, but they look like a legit old school team. Point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. So I respect that.
Yeah. All right. We got that out the way. Started today. Give me a shout out of the day, Black. Who you shout out? I'm gonna take my shades off when I do this.
Man, shout out of
See,
the day is LeBron James, man. 50,000 points is just crazy. Like
50K. Do you think that's ever gonna be touched though?
No, never.
I don't think nobody gonna tamper with that either. I'm with you on that.
Thing is that he got a couple of things on. He got a couple of resume. He got a couple of stats on his resume that I think it's gonna
might be untouchable
for 100 years. Maybe be untouchable, man. So, but shout out to LeBron and his family, man. 50,000 is crazy accomplishment, and keep going, man. Put it to the rafters so would nobody ever touch it. Just like Kareem tried to do.
Straight up. I listen, follow that cab. I'm right with you on that. I back you up. My shout out of the day, man, is to Juju Watkins. I said it last year when Caitlin was still around. I say, listen, we better start giving her respect. Like, this is what I want to know. My shout out is to Juju and for what she's doing. But I have a question to go with that. Why we don't see her like we saw Caitlin, bro? I'm just saying, I'm just being real. I know it's not her senior year yet. It's not that in this, but like, look at the statistics. Look at what's happening. She's checking every box. They winning. They the number 2 team in the country. They winning. They beating teams. And her number, first of all, we ain't gonna even get into that. Her numbers is off the chart. She's everything. She's the one. Why she don't get more credit? Why she don't get more all of this? Like how, and this is by no way ever bashing Caitlin. I got all the love in the world for her. She was all world and she deserved everything she got. All I'm saying is that Juju also is all world, and why the hell she ain't getting all of the coverage that Caitlin got? That's all.
I think I just think it's like a new day and time, man. Like the way the way Juju game is, Caitlin shooting from logos and all that stuff, like Steph Curry and all that stuff. I think it was just a little bit more highlighted than what Juju. Juju is, her game is more like, man, Maya Moore's, Cappie Poindexter. Like, it's just like a different type of game.
It's highlighted though. It's cold. She do cold stuff. She got highlight. Okay, like you said, she's not shooting from the logo, but it ain't to you. It ain't to you. It's to the to the masses. Why we don't highlight her and pump her up the same way that Caitlin was? Yes, they're 2 different games. She's not shooting from the logo and blah blah blah. But like, you're not gonna tell me she don't got as many or more highlights and cold plays.
Oh no,
and she's doing what? Yeah, the numbers are on pace. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that. Yeah, beating the top ranked teams too.
Definitely do.
So that's all I'm saying. We gonna leave it like that. We gonna shout out the great Juju Watkins. I saw her. They gave it to UCLA the other day. Reggie and Cheryl Miller, the legends, was in the building. Cheryl caught on the sideline, dapping up and clapping fire with Juju, having dope moments. And we know Cheryl the GOAT. You feel me? So
let me ask you this.
Put that respect.
When you go to Dubai, what you want to ride in?
Hey man, I don't even care as long as we on that joint together. We first class. I done seen a lot of things on the Emirates, man. Hey, listen, they got cubicles for you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to be up in the cubicle, and Mrs. Richardson, you up in the cubicle across from me. I'm trying to holler at you over there. We going over there. That's what I'm trying to do.
Shout out to our sponsor, man.
Yeah, shout out to Emirates. We try to touch down and put your dig on it. Come correct. Be up in there. Shout out to yada mean. You feel me? You hit a beat, you got something for him? What you got?
No, I don't got
you got your little St. Louis hat, rap your hood. What you rap your hood?
I don't got nothing today.
Man, see, I should have brought my aura with me. And hit y'all with the straight out of shot. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be back like next Wednesday.
You rap like Kanye?
Ain't no way I'm doing no Twister. As amazing as he is, and that much I love him, I can't do it. I had to try and fake a Kanye flow, but I can't even do that. Man. Yeah, man. Yeah. We're going to get up out of here. We'll be back Wednesday, 2 p.m., same back channel, Knuckleheads, and you're going to see me. I don't know how my shades on. Ash, you might be tripping. Black going to be right there, though. You know what I'm saying? Black got my back. I got his back. We're going to be here 2 p.m. Wednesdays. Holla at the Knuckleheads. YouTube. No flows, neither.